not they daughter Blu Cantrell. So it's time to talk. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you and me, just like he did L, just like he did his relationship with R. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Olivia.
So Blu Cantrell is finally breaking her silence about how Beyonce completely ruined her career and got her kicked out of the industry after they got into a nasty feud about Jay's. Apparently, Blu was pushing up on Jay because she had a huge crush on him, and Beyonce was not here for that. But even aside from the man drama they had going on, Blu had also accused Beyonce of ripping her style off and copying her. Now, if you've been following Beyonce for a while, then you know she's notorious from stealing from other artists, especially black female artists. Blu even went as far as giving Beyonce a warning to make her know she is not the one to be played with. However, not too long after this, Beyonce used her connections to destroy Blu's career. Things got so bad for Blu that she literally ran to London to start a whole new life because she was scared for her life. At one point, she was even seen wandering around the streets by herself, claiming somebody was trying to unalive her.
Tension because you're around each other so much and you're fighting and you're nitpicking, and definitely can relate to that.
But before we get into all the disturbing details of the story, let me give y'all a little bit of context as to how we got here in the first place. Blu moved to a New York apartment all by herself when she was just 17 years old to pursue music. She was discovered by an A&R executive and became a backup singer for artists such as Puff Daddy, Truth, Herds, and Faith Evans. She became a member of the girl group 8th Avenue, a protege of the singer Teddy Riley. The band recorded several songs and even appeared on Blackstreet's 1999 album. Finally, but the music they recorded was shelved after Riley left Blackstreet. Not too long after this, 8th Avenue also disbanded, but luckily for Blu, she had already become friends with some people in the industry, including Usher. Usher introduced her music to producer Tricky Stewart, the head of Red Zone Entertainment. Stewart originally wanted Blu to become a member of his girl group 321, but after a recording session with her, he offered to help her launch her solo career instead. Blu later moved in with Stewart and his girlfriend in their house in Atlanta and was introduced to the head of Arista Records. Reed, after hearing her sing La, offered her to sign to his record label. And with that, Blu's music career started taking off. She had 5 record labels begging her to sign, but she eventually decided to sign with LA, which she later regretted terribly. She released her first single, Hit Him Up Style, and the song was an immediate hit. It peaked at number 21. The Billboard Top 100 and even helped her bag her first 2 Grammy nominations for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance and Best R&B Song, as well as an American Music Award nomination for Favorite New Soul/R&B Album. So Blu, which also did very well and even certified platinum. Blu was really dominating effortlessly, and for a minute, it looked like she was going to be the biggest pop star in the industry. Back in 3, she released her second studio album, Bitters Wheat, and once again, this was also a successful album, scoring her hits like Breathe with Shay Paul and a Grammy nomination. But this streak of success didn't follow her very long, because within the same year, Beyonce also debuted her solo career with her blockbuster album Dangerously in Love, and she was taken over. People started to compare the two of them a lot, and Blu was really beginning to feel the heat. But it wasn't just Blu who was feeling the aggressive competition between them, because Beyonce was worried about Blu mopping her. However, Beyonce's main reason for not really liking Blu was not necessarily music, and it had a lot more to do with the fact that Blu was in love with Jay and was actively trying to replace her and be Jay-Z's girlfriend. Now, Blu initially denied the allegations about her and Jay having something romantic going on. That was until her infamous interview with Wendy Williams, where she backtracked and seemingly fueled the rumors when Wendy had asked her if she and Jay were ever more than friends. She didn't outright deny it like she had before. Instead, she laughed around the question and completely avoided giving a straight answer altogether.
Ever kissed Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him off the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu Cantrell thing go?
I didn't think it would last, though.
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're above 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
You said.
Oh my God! I heard you come with a horse too.
Really has them locked down.
I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love.
Politics, speaking.
No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him, though. I'll tell you that much.
But this was just the beginning of the tension between these two, because Blu later accused Beyonce of stealing the music video concept for her 2003 hit collaboration with Jay-Z, Bonnie and Clyde. She said the video looked very similar to the video that she had put out to promote her song, Roundup, which came out first. But that wasn't even the only time that Blu called Beyonce out for copying her. Remember how I said earlier that year, Blu released a song with Sean Paul called Breathe, which was a mate. Civ hit well. Just a few months after that came out, Beyonce also released her own collaboration with Sean Paul called Baby Boy People. Speculated at the time that Beyonce was throwing it in Blu's face that she had no problem copying her. In fact, Beyonce seemingly referenced Blu's song Breathe when she sang the line, "Let me breathe." Oh, but it definitely doesn't in there, y'all. There was also another song in Beyonce's debut album called Signs where she seemingly referenced Blu and Jay's relation. On Ship, she said, "I was in love with the Sagittarius. I wish he was a Virgo, the same sign as me, and know how to show me love cause I've been hurt by a Pisces." Well, it turns out Jay-Z's is in fact a Sagittarius and Blu is a Pisces. Blu later did an interview with The Guardian where she put Beyonce on blast for throwing shade at her. She accused Beyonce of clout chasing. She said she doesn't want beef, but she has no problem taking it there. If that's what Beyonce wants, maybe she's trying to do it to get press. Said, but I want to make sure she understand if she go there with me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into. I'm a master at singing, but it looks like these threats did not sit very well with being Beyonce and her team, because shortly after this, Blu's career started declining rapidly. Her record label refused to renew her contract or give her any budget, which led to her not being able to release her music. She had also found out that she signed a Blu contract that allowed her label to get a huge portion of her earnings. She revealed that at the time she didn't know much about music business, and the lawyer who was representing her was offered to her by the label, so he made her agree to conditions that were in favor of them and not her. She said, "I would have got my lawyer because that lawyer ended up representing them." But this was just the beginning of the tension between these two, because Blu later accused Beyonce of stealing the music video concept for her 2003 hit collaboration with Jay-Z, Bonnie and Clyde. She said the video looked very similar to the video that she had put out to promote her song, Roundup, which came out first. But that wasn't even the only time that Blu called Beyonce out for copying her. Remember how I said earlier that year, Blu released a song with Sean Paul called Breathe, which was a mate. Civ hit well. Just a few months after that came out, Beyonce also released her own collaboration with Sean Paul called Baby Boy People. Speculated at the time that Beyonce was throwing it in Blu's face that she had no problem copying her. In fact, Beyonce seemingly referenced Blu's song Breathe when she sang the line, "Let me breathe." Oh, but it definitely doesn't in there, y'all. There was also another song in Beyonce's debut album called Signs where she seemingly referenced Blu and Jay's relation. On Ship, she said, "I was in love with the Sagittarius."